everybody, hope you're all having a great day. I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm shooting all these videos in one day and I'm sweating like I don't know what because it is hot and humid here in North Carolina. So today, or right now, we're going to be shooting the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Got my glasses, let me stick them down in my pocket. They're fogging up like crazy like I said in the last video. You can see this gun is empty, so we're dealing with a safe weapon. Just like the CZ I did in the last video, we'll talk about this just a little bit. This is ambidextrous like the CZ was on the slide stop, but the magazine release is not. You can reverse the magazine release if you're left-handed, but it is not fully ambidextrous like the CZ was. The sights on this is your traditional 3-dot sight. They are square notch in the rear, and I do like that for a square notch front, which most sights are square notch in the front. They may have a big round dot, but they're still square. And I just think that gives you a better sight picture overall, in my opinion. I don't like the U-notch, I prefer the square. As far as the stippling, or the snake serrations, I guess, they do have little serrations up here in the front like the other ones didn't. To my opinion, those are basically useless. The CZ's front slide serrations are so much better than the M&P's, it's not even funny. And the rear ones are very nice. You can get a hold of those really easy. They really dig in, and they work very, very well. It does have your Picatinny rail here on the front, whereas the CZ had more of like a Glock style rail. And the trigger on this is improved upon the last gens. So you could hear that reset. On the last gen M&Ps, you couldn't hear that reset. You know, this comes down or takes down just like all other M&Ps. You got this little lever here. I have videos out on this gun as well. It shows all that, so you can go back and check those out. It does have replaceable back straps. I do have the medium back strap on this. I do want to show y'all something. This does have ammo in it, but I'm not going to rack the gun. It does drop out with ammo in it. When this magazine is empty, I'll show you here in a minute, it does not drop out of this gun freely with the medium back strap. With a small back strap, it will. With the medium back straps, it will not. So the first thing we're going to do, just like the CZ, is we're going to do a recoil video. So I'm going to step out here, and I may have to turn the camera down just a hair to get this in. We're at 7 yards. You can see it right there. We'll do recoil on this. I do have the same grip on all my handguns, of course. I don't change my grip up for different handguns. I don't know if the recoil is going to be better on this, but this stippling right here is super grippy, so it actually might have better recoil management, but for carrying this without an undershirt on is horrendous. So let me get my glasses on, let me get my ear pro on, and we'll get this gun hot. We'll show you the video of the recoil management. I do have bugs biting me over here. A lot of bugs in the mountains. These glasses do fog up like crazy because it is very humid. But for recoil management, we don't really need to see. So as you can see right there, recoil is very manageable in this firearm. It is really grippy. I will tell you this, it does bite into the web of my hand right here more. I don't know if you can see that. The sun is so bright. You're not gonna be able to. The sun is just so bright right now, straight over the top of my head. But it did cause a red spot on my hand shooting this, and it did with the other grips on it as well. I don't know what it is about the M&P, but it really digs into the bone of my thumb. Everybody's made different, everybody's different. I just noticed this about this gun every time I shoot it. Not saying I want to get rid of it or anything, because I really like the M&P series of handguns, but I do notice that they do dig into the bone in the web of my hand. So next, what we're going to do is turn the camera around, and we'll do some slower shooting to get some grouping. And this is probably the gun I have shot the least, so I don't expect my groupings to be as good as the P10Cs were. The P10C was basically all inside the middle ring or touching, with the exception of one. I don't expect this to be as good as that because I've not put as many rounds through this. So let's get you turned around, reload this magazine, put up a new target. We'll show you how it groups. Okay, so we're gonna get you turned around downrange. I'll put on my ear pro and eye pro, and hopefully my eye pro stays clear enough where I can actually see the target. We'll put 10 shots slow and see how we do. Like I said, I don't expect this to be as good as my CZ P10C, but I guess we'll all find out together. Let's turn it around. As you can see, like it was before, it is the black target up there, the shoot and see. It will turn green whenever I hit it. So I'm gonna get my eyes and ears on, and we'll see about this. Like I said, I do not expect this to be as good as the CZ was. Okay, let's go down range and see what we got. So I am so sweating. Actually, I am pretty satisfied with that. Everything is touching the 9 ring with this huge hole right here. And then I had one flyer kind of like the CZ, but I don't think it's further away than the CZ's was. The CZ's was still inside the 9. This is actually touching the 9, or the 8 I mean, and the CZ's was inside it. But you know, overall, that's not terrible, especially with this big hole. So the big hole is actually probably better than the CZ's was, but this flyer is a little bit further. So now we're going to put up a target, and we're going to see about some speed shooting. Okay, we're back. Got 8 rounds in here, just like before. I'm going to put on my eyes and ears and do this fairly quickly and see if we can keep 8 rounds in an 8-inch shoot and see. So let's see if we can. Let me get my eyes and ears on. Okay, let's go see what we got. I don't know if we did it or not. Might be just as good as the other one was. A little bit lower though. So we got 1, 2, I think 3. There's 2 holes here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually did better with the M&P than we did the CZ. Maybe I should carry the M&P instead of the CZ. I do like the M&P a lot. I think if I trained with it a little more, I could probably get even better with it, because like I said, this is the gun I've shot the least. So I was expecting not to do as good, but you can see all eight rounds are in the shoot and see target. I'm pretty happy with that. If I carried the M&P, I would definitely have to sand the one side of it that's against my body. I know a lot of people talk about how I'm just like, oh, you big sissy and stuff like that. But this texturing is just awful. I mean, it's not awful to hold. It bothers me. It does not bother me at all holding it. But there again, it does bite into my hand, and I don't know if you can see that. Maybe that's a training issue. Maybe I could train out of that and hold it a little bit differently and get my grip a little different where it wouldn't dig into my thumb bone as much. But it is pretty red just from what few rounds I've shot out of this today, which hasn't been many, less than 30 rounds. I do like this gun. This is a great size gun. It's the same size as the Glock 19. I actually like the size of this gun better than the CZ. The CZ's grip is almost as long as like a Glock 17, and it only holds 15 rounds. So I think they should have been able to shrink that up to about the size of this and a Glock 19. I'm gonna have to shoot this more. I do like this gun. I know James Yeager went to this gun over the Glock 19, and that says a lot. What fuel rounds I put through this may have been 200, 300, I'm not sure. It's been flawless. I know that's not enough to really say I'm going to depend my life on it. I'd want to put several more hundred through it for that. But I was pretty impressed with the shooting right there. Not saying that's great shooting, but I think it did just as well, if not better, than the CZ did, which I think feels better in my hand, and also I've shot more with it. So I don't like these sights as well, but but I'm sure that AmeriGlow makes sights for these. These are not night sights at all, and I only carry night sights on my carry guns. So I would definitely change out these sights. That's been my review of this pistol. You've seen the shooting. These videos are just kind of give you an idea of what you might want to buy for concealed carry. I didn't say that in the CZ video, but that's all this is. I'm not here to teach tactics or anything like that. If you want to go find out about tactics, go to somebody that teaches that, like James Yeager, Haley Strategic, or somebody that John Lovell that teaches tactics. I'm just trying to show you recoil mitigation, you know, some kind of remotely accuracy and some speed where you might be able to manage recoil at speed. So this might help you to decide what gun you would like to buy to conceal carry. There again, if you decide to buy this one, keep in mind this grip texture right here is very, very grippy, and if you do not wear an undershirt, this will rub you like sandpaper. If I decide to carry this, this grip will get a makeover. At least the backstrap portion will get a makeover. Stupid sweat bees. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.